Ready? Making it up as I go. Welcome to another edition of Fit and Fire, your home for guns and gear and the fitness to run both. I'm Mark and I really appreciate you guys stopping by. So if you've been with the channel for any period of time, you may have come across one of my videos I did a few months ago for the Rock Island M1911-A1 TAC-2 in 9mm. Got a link to it right here. And then I did a review of that pistol. I really did enjoy it. I'm still doing some testing and putting it through some torture tests as it stands, but I'm not completely finished with it as of yet. I do have a special place in my heart for 1911s due to this guy right here, my pops. He raised me to have a profound love for the 1911, and I have a great time shooting it. Wonderful memories of being able to be raised shooting it and all that jazz. Matter of fact, my very first IDPA shooting competition was shot with a 1911 that my dad built for me when I came home from Afghanistan. So thanks for that, Dad. I really appreciate it.
Great story, compelling and rich.
So let's get into this one right here. This is the Taylor's & Company M1911-A1. This is their Taylor's tactical line of 1911 style pistols, and this particular one is their A1 model. So there you have it right there. This is going to be your standard entry-level 1911. So this is not going to have a lot of the features that you might find, say, in the Rock Island TAC-2 series. So with that being said, it's not going to have the extended beaver tail. It's not going to have the memory bump on the grip safety. It's not going to have the upgraded sights. It's not going to have an ambidextrous safety. This is going to be more in line with what the GIs carried in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and into the 80s prior to us adopting the Beretta 92F or the M9. So what about it? What's so big about a 1911 A1? Well, for those guys who are, or gals that are wanting to have a 1911 that's going to be just something that the GIs carried, they just want to have a connection to history, this is a great option for you. This is going to be the A1, so it's not going to have the longer hammer, so it's not going to come back and bite you in the hand here, which is good. But in addition to that, it's just going to be your entry-level 1911, and for the price, I think it's a pretty good option. Now, the reason why I think it's such a good option is because that this is a rebranded Arms Corps 1911. The reason why I know that is it's made in the Philippines, and if you'll see here, it's branded right there. I get close-up shots and everything of this, but it's branded the Taylor's Tactical in the exact same spot, and exact same style as the Rock Island series of 1911s as well. So I've had this for a few months. I have taken it to the range. I've put about 200 rounds through it just to shoot at some targets and the plink. Nothing big, nothing special. I'm not going to run it through an IDPA match. To be frankly honest with you, I don't have the time and I don't have the money for the ammunition because 45 ACP is pretty pricey. But this pistol has run flawlessly. I've had no issues with the Taylor's Tactical 1911 feeding, extracting, ejecting, nothing. I did have a couple hiccups on the first few rounds that I shot through it, but I honestly think it was me and not shooting a 1911 as often as I normally do or had done in the past. And I believe as I was pushing my thumbs forward, I was actually engaging the slide release, slide stop lever, and that was causing it to hang up and slow down just a little bit so it wasn't feeding the rounds properly. Fully acknowledge it's probably the operator, not the weapon. Outside of that, I've had no issues with it feeding, firing, extracting, ejecting, none of that. It's run flawlessly, and I have not cleaned, added any type of lubricant or nothing. I literally pulled it out and started shooting rounds, put, like I said, 200 rounds through it, and has run flawlessly. So one of the other reasons why I know that it is a Armscor manufactured pistol is the fact that it came with one 8-round magazine, and it has the Armscor stamp at the bottom of it as well. So that is the Taylor's & Company Taylor's Tactical M1911-A1. I've had a lot of fun shooting it. Again, it's just your entry-level standard GI style 1911. So, you know, something to consider if you guys are just looking for a 1911 to have fun with, just to have a connection to history. Check them out. I'll have a link to their website down in the description below. Now, one of the other things that I wanted to touch on was the fact that I reached out to MEC-GAR magazines, and I got one of these here. This is their 45 ACP 8-round 1911 magazine, and I really love MEC-GAR magazines. I have 3 more of these types of magazines for the 1911 that my dad built for me. I had been running Chip McCormick magazines, and I've had issues with them in the past. Not to say that they're not good magazines, I personally had issues with them. So I switched over to MEC-GAR magazines, and I've had 0 issues. MEC-GAR magazines, you guys know them. They make magazines for a number of different styles of pistols. They're made in Italy, high quality manufactured magazines, and I absolutely love it. Now, you may be seeing some stuff on the side here, and I'm sure you guys can't see it here, but I'll read it for you. Maybe you know what it is. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. The Second Amendment inscribed in the side of your MEC-GAR magazines. That is a classy addition to these magazines. I love it. I love it. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. So you'll have the Second Amendment wherever you go if you carry this style of magazine with you as part of your EDC. Again, no issues with those magazines. Love them, love them, love them. Tell me what you think. Is MEC-GAR magazine a magazine that you use on a regular basis? Have you had any issues with them? I surely haven't. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. Go ahead and sound off in the comments section down below. I really do appreciate you guys swinging by. This has been another tabletop review of another firearm. I've got plenty more coming. I have another unboxing coming up. I'm not going to be able to get to it like I thought I was going to, but I'll have it to you really, really soon. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm super excited for it.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
So anyway, the Taylor's & Company Taylor's Tactical M1911-A1 MEC-GAR magazines. Tell me what you think. I'm sitting down, so no high five this time. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it. Take it easy. If you made it this far in the video, then I'd really appreciate you guys would consider subscribing. You can do that right here. Or if you want to check out some other videos that I've got going, check them out right here. If you like the hoodies and shirts that I'm wearing, that's Revolutionary Patriot. I got a link to their website down in the description below with a discount code. And as always, keep on dropping those bells and shells. Thanks, y'all.